So we've learned something about how, by default, the mind can lead us into trouble in terms of its reaction to difficulties that appear to us. And what I'd like to share with you now is a solution in the form of a model that can help us cultivate exceptional emotional and mental well-being, even under distressing or stressful conditions. And the way that we do this is by cultivating, in turn, four mental balances. The first one, as is shown here, and this is the model, is to cultivate something called attentional balance, which is really training our mind to be calm so that we can focus on what we choose moment by moment. We'll be doing quite a deep dive on this in a few moments. The next one is what we call cognitive balance, or sometimes we like to call it motivational balance. So don't worry about the word cognitive, maybe just replace it in your mind with the word motivational. Motivational balance. So this is kind of the knowing and acting in service of that which I really care about. In other words, if we have attentional balance, that's great. We can focus on what we choose. Motivational balance is about choosing the right thing to focus on. Okay, so there's that part of it, and there are things we can do there. The third thing is cognitive balance. So cognitive balance is simply the ability to see things actually as they are, as they really are, without the mental distortions that we may automatically add to or delete from what comes in to create our experience in the moment. Knowing the storylines that are running our mind that might take us off track, and then knowing how to deal with it when it happens. That's really what that is about. And then finally, emotional balance, which is the idea of feeling as opposed to being emotions. So we don't want to get rid of emotions, okay? They're not naughty, but we need to learn how to use them as the signal that can alert us that there's some wonderful practice that we can do to keep ourselves at our best in the moment. All right, so there's that. So we're going to do a deep dive into attentional balance. We're going to do maybe a deeper dive into one or perhaps two areas of motivation. We're going to skim cognitive briefly, and we may not even be able to cover emotional balance on this webinar, but we may be able to describe what it is. But for some, that'll be enough. For others, they're going to need to go deeper, and they're going to need to talk to us. Okay. All right, that's why we're all different.